Hey, welcome! Once again, I'm doing a guest review, and this time I'm going to talk about the movie What Waits Below. The movie is from '84, and it has an alternative title. Is The Secret of the Phantom Caverns, and I think that's like a better title. That's the title I see in the version I saw. But the poster says what waits below. The movie is directed by Don Sharp. He's a British Australian. He directed The Face of Fu Manchu and Rasputin the Mad Monk, Hammer movie starring Christopher Lee. And also, the movie has many known faces. You have Richard Johnson, who is Dr. Menard in Zombie or Zombie 2, whatever you want to call it. Depends on the region you saw this movie, is the title it has. And Academy Award winner Lisa Blount, and she was an officer and a gentleman. He didn't win the Oscar for that role. He won the Oscar later. And the movie stars Jesus Christ himself, Robert Powell. A side note, Robert Powell will always be remembered as Jesus Christ. That miniseries is run every Easter here, and it's run edited together, so it's run as a long movie, like more than 6 hour movie. Many people thinks it's a movie that it's super long. They don't know it's a miniseries, and many people watch it every year. They run the movie, and it's like a tradition. I mean, I remember watching it once as a child. I think I'm not gonna watch it every year. Okay, the premise of the movie is some military men are in Belize, South America. The movie says South America. Belize is not in South America. It's closer to the U.S. than it is to South America. Well, these military men are trying to do some experiments and to emit some sound waves to communicate, to control submarines. So they need caves. They need like super deep caves. And also we have like some scientists like looking for caves to investigate, like archaeologists, anthropologists, like finding caves. And Jesus Christ and his partner, they are there because they are the best of the best. So the military says they're ex-military, like they are like um, mercenaries, and say, hey, we need to bring these two guys here because they're the best of the best. So the scientists find a cave, that apparently it was like a seismic movement, and the cave opens, and we find the super cave, and we're going to explore it now. And the military man says, no, you don't. We are going to use the cave for the experiment. So bye bye, scientists. They got two men of the army down there with this machine, and okay, let's start the test. But something kills these two military guys and destroy all the lights and destroy the machine. So, and it's a really like creepy scene. You don't know what's happening, and that's great. So the leader of this military group says, okay, Jesus Christ, you have to help us. We need to go down there. And Jesus Christ says, okay, I will help you, but now I'm calling the shots. And the scientist says, "Hey, we're gonna tag along because you need us," and Jesus Christ says, "No, no, because you're civilians," and the scientist says, "We're going anyways." So, like a bunch of people, like the three scientists, Jesus and his partner, and two other military men are down there, and they start to exploring the caves.
Take it easy now, the ledge is narrowing.
So in the caves, they get like kind of lost. They don't know exactly where they are going. We, the audience, cannot recognize any path, so we are as lost as them. But it's good because it's a deliberate choice. It gets like the character mentioned in the movie. We came that way. No, no, no. We came that way. So they're completely lost. So and you are lost with them. So that part is good and creates a very creepy atmosphere because they are there. They don't know where they are. They don't know how to come back, and I'll say that that's the part that works best in the movie. So, and we, the audience, we see like creatures running behind them. They kind of see them, but they're not sure. It's, oh, hey, I saw something, but I don't know what. So all that creepiness, it makes like kind of like a horror movie, but it's not handled like a horror movie. And I'll say that's um it's a good idea that they don't handle that like a horror movie because you're not like scared per se, but you're like more intrigued. So what's gonna happen? What is down there? Because they say that cave it was untouched by men, and they estimate that the caves have like thousand of years old. And in the beginning of the movie, the movie begins with a monologue talking about stalactites and how long it takes to create one, and it says like thousand of years. And so when you see a stalactite, you know it has a thousand of years, and no one is being there. So you have this cave, and you know, okay, this no, there is no people here supposedly. So what is down there? What waits below? So then we see monsters in the walls, like that creature in Big Trouble in Little China, and they start to attack one of the soldiers. And this is like when the movie, this is like the bad part because the movie is kind of slow, and this started to happen like at the 1 hour mark. The movie is less than an hour and a half, and so it's kind of late in the movie to start just starting to happen something. And and that's the thing I say it work less in the movie. It wasn't as good as the all the environment. That's the best part of the movie. And after the monster attack, they find like quotes cave people, and that's all I'm going to say to not spoil the whole movie. But so, like, why I review this movie? Like, so I'm approaching this like in the 80s, in the 90s. Like, you go to a video store and you saw a movie, you saw a cover, and maybe an interesting title. At the very most, the back of the VHS, what it says, and you take a chance. You took a chance on a movie and you bring it home. Maybe it's great, maybe it's a gem, maybe it isn't. So, despite I don't think this movie is great, I don't think it's like the hidden gem of the 80s. Um, I like to be positive about movies, especially knowing how hard it is to make a movie. Despite the money, that's another conversation. But even if you have the money, it's really hard to make a movie. Nevertheless, if you don't have money, but I'm not saying also that you cannot say a movie is bad just because the people making it have a hard time doing it. If the movie is bad, you of course you can and should say the movie is bad. It's your opinion or your interpretation. If you find the movie bad, you have your right to say the movie is bad or even not good. But I like to focus in the things a movie does well. So the idea of the creepy environment that got established in the caves, and not by the visuals, but the how the scene was constructed. Because the cave are not very dark, which I appreciate, because it's supposed to be very dark because they turn on the flashlight and all that, but you can see clearly everything. So it's like you have to suspend your disbelief and say, okay, it's supposed to be real dark, but you're seeing. So it's not like you're not seeing the things. Um, but I say the creepiness and the tension is there, and I say that part is when the movie works the best. Like I say, the movie is kind of slow. Maybe the movie should have like 10 minutes less. Like, let's chop it up a little bit. But like I said, I like the creepiness of the movie, and also I like how they didn't explicitly say where the cave people came from. You have like enough clues to put it together, but they do not say it. And I say that leaving it open is better, because you you you're thinking about it. So if you're thinking about it after watching the movie, I'll say the movie left something there, and and that happens when a movie works. So that's why I at the end of the day I recommend the movie. I think the movie is worth a watch. Um, because I at the end I got something out of it, and maybe you also will get something out of it. So watch it, watch this movie. Um, that's it for me now. What waits below? I think is a movie worth a watch. So that's it for me now. Remember, subscribe to Nuts channel and like the video and all that stuff. And bye for now.